In our teachings, no, we always talk about that what is meant to happen will happen. That everything that happens is a result of our karma. Whatever we experience is a consequence of what we have done. Whether it is comfortable, whether it is challenging, whether it is difficult, it's all part of our own. It is in our blueprint that we have to face those difficulties or those joys, both ways. Then this question has always come up as to then what is the role of free will? So if everything is going to happen the way they're going to happen, then what am I doing now? Is anything doing now going to influence that? You say no. Are you going to change that? You say no. Then why bother to do anything? This is called a fatalistic approach. Why bother to do anything? Fatalistic approach is one thing. Therefore, I just give up. But the other side of this is, if I don't do anything, then what happens? Is there any enthusiasm in life? Is there any purpose in life? Or are we such victims of circumstances? No. Secondly, if what is meant to be will be, that is because it's not what is meant to be will be. What I have earned is what I am going to receive. Therefore, if I want to receive something differently, then I can continue to earn new merit. This consequence which has come is from a previous action. Therefore, I can be doing new actions and earning new merit to somehow impact upon what is coming. This is called pariharas. This is called prayers. This is called kavacham. We do many things to protect ourselves from what is coming, isn't it? So if we understand that, then we keep doing what we need to keep doing, and we keep facing life as we need to face life. This is the rhythm, this is the balance we need to draw inside, And if my doing of my pariharas or my prayers, if it is adequate to mitigate challenging situations which is to emerge for me, if it's adequate, it won't emerge. Sometimes if it's not adequate, in spite of doing so much, this will still come in a big way. Then what happens? I must only know that we don't say that, I've been praying for so many days. See, Bhagavan didn't listen. Still I lost all money in the stocks, in the stock market, whatever, no? So, I did all these prayers with a purpose, with a hope that it will be enough. But the purpose was not served. But the conclusion that purpose was not served because the prayer is ineffective, or the purpose is not served because the old karmas are stronger, and you can't even say purpose is not served because had you not done this, at least now you are alive. Maybe had you not done this, you may have been dead and gone, no? And therefore, while we keep receiving experiences on one side, whatever they may be, The other side is we keep doing what we need to keep doing. Today this is important. Tomorrow we don't know what is coming. Today I have made a plan for tomorrow and day after. But tomorrow's life has its plan for me for tomorrow and for today. So I don't know whether what I plan is going to come through or not come through. This is our everyday challenge. Everyday challenge. The thing is, if it comes through, we don't realize that it may not come through. It's everyday challenge. We are talking now, we don't know whether we will reach the dining hall or not. We reach dining hall, we don't know whether the food will go in or it will come out. So what do we know? We don't know anything. Therefore, we are living really in all agendas, parameters, plans, projects. We create, it's all tentative. We create with the hope and prayer that universe doesn't have any other plan that I am not aware, and it will support what I plan. Or my plan is, it happens to fall in track with the universe's plan. It is only a shot in the dark. Life always is a shot in the dark. I'm sure in all our lives, we always face moments where you didn't know next moment would be the way it turned out. We were just talking so much this morning. 18th January, I didn't know. Till I was eating lunch, I didn't know what was going to follow. Nobody knew. We had our plan, a course, this, that, everything. Universe, something else was to happen. Then what do? Then one must be able to reshuffle. The successful living is when I draw from myself the trust and the capacity to recast, reshuffle, play your dice again, reshuffle. And there is nothing that I will not do to reshuffle. What is most important today may become least important tomorrow. That much tenacity to reshuffle, be like air, just flow, or like Ganga, just flow. When Gangaji is in Mukhwa, she doesn't know what boulders are there in Devprayag. She doesn't know. But when she reaches Devprayag, oh, big boulder, okay, let me go this way, let me go that way. So, reshuffling, the tenacity is a very, very, very important part of spiritual growth. Tenacity comes when there is trust. I lose tenacity if I misjudge what is happening. I misjudge. Misjudge means I think there is, this is what we plan. And in this plan, now tomorrow everything changes. I cannot adjust. I cannot adapt. So why do you change? Because I can't adapt. Why are you doing this? Because I cannot, I need to be told before. We had one student in one of the courses. If a few, something, we should talk to our other Singaporean about that, our experiences. So difficult, because there are people when they make plan, it is locked. It is locked. There is no tenacity. Nothing else except that needs to happen. And if life changes something, to be able to change with the reshuffle, not that we always reshuffle, then there will be no stability also. We always move wanting stability, we work for stability, but in the process there are times where the things are not stable, not because of anybody's fault, because when you try to bring stability, universe had different plan which you didn't know. Therefore, tenacity and a capacity to reshuffle is part of sadhana, because hidden in that sadhana is trust. Oh, I thought, I have to do this now. Now, you're telling me I have to do something else? Okay, I trust you. I think you know better. That I think you know better, we have to tell the universe. I planned this, and then this is the time you had to send my father to the hospital. Maybe you know better. You know better. Like when you were coming here, she arrives, and the day she is leaving, morning this one is hospitalized, and she reaches here in totally, just totally bucket of tears. I left her and came. So we don't know. We don't know the next moment. Nobody knows. And therefore, tenacity is an indication of trust. Being able to reshuffle means you don't have your emotional ties to any one situation. One is flexible. One can move this way, one can move that way, but it's not that one is indecisive. No, you are decisive, but be ready to recast. Trusting that if this is what is happening, this is what is meant to be. This concept, this principle, we need to own up more and more. One thing good about India is, even if you don't want to own up, it will force you to own up. All your concepts of thinking that, things are in our hands. When you leave this country, that's the model. You reach India, automatic surrender happens because nothing is in your hands. Things just, what will happen, will happen. It's very interesting. It's so complex, no? It is complex, and it is not, it becomes simple only if you don't have a stake in it. If there is a personal stake, in a decision, then the change of decision is and some people who are born and brought up that way, very difficult. Naturally, Naturally, I have some students, some of our European students, you find it very difficult. In fact, they don't understand you and they think you are most, unstable person or something. Naturally, they don't know they know one model of working. They don't know there are other models, world lives by. Anyway, so any question? today the sky is so clear, the sun is out. In spite of that, it's cool and cold. Today, last night, there was like a draft of cold air. You know, from my window behind. Behind that is another room, but still the draft kept coming through. Quite cold. Nice. Nippy. Very nice. This Californian weather. Idaho has snow now. Is it a snow time?
It's snow time, yeah.
Snow time. What else? Any questions left?
Ammaji,
Yes.
thanks for that explanation. I think it's very needed. This is nothing to do with that. I just want to ask, the word yoga seems to have so many different meanings in different contexts. Can you give some meanings to yoga?
Yeah. See, the word yoga has been really, like we were talking the other day, very much abused word, But they always have, it's always connected to some physical exercise. Yoga, you say, means popularly known as acrobatics or some form of physical exercise. A yoga word comes from the root yuj. Yuj yoge means to unite, to reunite. No? So yoga means that which helps you reunite. In the Bhagavad Gita itself, there are different ways in which the word yoga is used, because each word in different contextually can mean differently. So one is that yoga means a chapter. This is a very common thing. So Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayaha. So first section, first chapter, title, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, the sorrow of Arjuna. So the title is called, the topic is yoga. It can mean that. In the Gita, he says, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Yoga is equanimity. Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Towards successes and failures in life, and equanimity, a balanced mind, where one does not go elation or depression. Balance. Equanimity is yoga. It also says tam vidyat dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga samnitam. Clearly it says no yoga samnitam. No yoga to be separating from sorrow. So that attitude, that knowledge, that attunement which helps you separate from sorrow is yoga. Dukkha sanyoga viyogam, making you detach from your attachment to sorrow. Dukkha sanyoga, we are already attached to sorrow. Detaching from that process is yoga. Yoga also means reuniting. So the soul which is united with the body mind a process of reuniting with the infinite. Means moving away from the conditionality, moving into Paramatma, or the unconditional one. That is yoga. So yoga itself always refers to a spiritual process. A process which reverses a path which is not a typical rhythm away from the source. Yoga, when you say, it always strikes you as returning to the source, turning back towards the source. It's a very precious word, really. That's why yogi, yogini, they're all people who are working on a different journey. Their path to happiness is internal, not external. That's the reason why beer yoga cannot give you this result or nude yoga. The spiritual element goes missing. But one thing I admire, the amount of research that has gone into yoga in the Western world, and they have so much taken it up and worked with it. And I think some of the best practitioners today are people in the West. So many. They are just committed to that, and the discipline, and it's amazing and very inspiring, admirable. Those who have taken up the correct way, they are very good at it. They therefore, being good practitioners, they become good meditators also. They gain a general, their whole life undergoes such a big shift. Even if they have never heard Vedanta, it doesn't matter at that point, because they have entered into a spiritual life. So many we see, It's very beautiful to see that. So that for that soul it will come, more and more will come, because their sincerity and commitment, they will go way ahead. And some of these masters really went to the West to give these teachings, because those people were ready. That's why they were drawn to go there. Otherwise they won't be drawn to go there. They won't be asked to go. Like Paramahamsa Yogananda, like so many, Vishnu Devananda. They all went, and then they picked up in a big way. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.